Hey everyone, how's it going? Zach Butler here, just coming to you with episode 4, I believe, of the Budget Builder series. Just wanted to show you guys the deck I used last night at local. Didn't do too particularly well, unfortunately. I started off 1-2 and then ended up giving my opponent the win in the 4th round because I just didn't really feel like playing. I don't remember what I played against. I played against Sky Striker and lost because he just randomly had like good outs. The Numeron Eldritch deck and Unchained. So it was a rough day, but I changed a lot up for the deck, and yeah, so I figured I'd show you guys the last pre-Rise the Duelist version of the deck, because when Rise the Duelist comes out, this deck changes a lot. So, or not even necessarily a lot, just we get the new Tenyi search spell quick play thing that helps the deck a lot. So first you've got 3 Adhara, of course, then 3 Ishuna, 3 Vishuddha, sorry about the glare, 3 Shithana, 1 Mapura, and 1 Nahata. That's it for the Tenyis. Same as before. Nothing changed here. I had considered bumping these up, but ended up just going with the same lineup as before. One thing that I did change, though, was the hand trap lineup and some of the other non-Tenyi monsters. So now I main deck Phantom Skyblaster and 2 Mare. So the Phantom Skyblaster was really, really good, actually. I was very surprised. I didn't think it was going to be as strong as it was. Mare obviously performed extremely well. I just went with this because I wanted to have another token generating monster, and I cut Scapegoat actually because I started blinding second, so I wanted all my cards to be live on turn 1. And so Phantom Skyblaster is essentially Scapegoat in the deck, but with legs. And so that's why we did that. And then because I started blinding second, I increased the hand trap lineup, and I also had to respect the Numeron deck. So now there's 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Springs, 3 Ghost Ogre, and Snow Rabbits. This is mainly for Numeron, just to handle the field spell. Unfortunately, against the Numeron Eldritch deck, I drew 0 of my hand traps that were supposed to be good against that, and then 3 Gamma, and of course Driver to go with it. So the Gamma Driver package was to answer it once, or to answer Zexal once it's on the field, and Ogre was there to prevent it from hitting the field. And I also felt like these are the hand traps that are just the best in general right now. Unfortunately, it really underperformed for me last night, but in general, this exact hand trap lineup is what I've been playtesting in various decks, and it's been extremely, extremely good so far, so that's good. For the spells, you've got 3 Pot of Desires, of course, 3 Vessel for the Dragon Cycle, 3 Flawless Perfection of the Tenyi, and a Terraforming. If I continue to go blind second, I'll probably actually end up dropping this to the side deck altogether for the new Tenyi quick play spell. These did nothing last night, actually. I didn't resolve it once. 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Foolish Burial, and then I just played Skillerted with my only trap. So that was the main deck. Heavier on the hand trap lineup. The reason why I decided to blind second was just because I figured if I could shut down their plays, and then like if I could use a hand trap or something to shut down their play, I could then just use the Tenyi monsters and my big links to beat over their stuff. Didn't really work out, but that was the idea. So we'll see how it goes from there. For the extra deck, you've got Draco Berserker of the Tenyi, of course. I added Tornado Dragon in along with Abyss Dweller for my Link 4s, or my rank 4s. Tornado Dragon was just because, again, I'm blinding second, so I wanted to have some back row removal, and I figured having it be an extra deck card as opposed to a main deck card that I would have to hard draw was better. I don't think I summoned it, but it was a slot that wasn't too necessary to use up anyway. Then you've got 3 Monk of the Tenyi, of course. It's your combo starter. Link Spider, just for the tokens. 2 Shaman of the Tenyi. 1 Land Fornicus. 2 Berserker of the Tenyi. These were all pretty normal. Draco Masters, I finally got to use this. This card was really good, so I'm glad I played that. Especially going second, it gets a lot more value. And then 1 Sahasrara, This card's always insane, of course. And then Boral Sword, which never came up because, unfortunately, Shaman conflicts with Boral Sword. But if you can make Boral Sword without having to... If you can do the Boral Sword play without having to summon Shaman at all, like you just drew that good of a hand, it's there. For the side deck, I planned that I would have to side in for going first, so I sided in 3 Inspector Border, which ended up being decent. Unfortunately, against Numeron and Sky Striker, he just drew the outs for this, and for Vanity's Fiend. Like, they just hard drew him, so they couldn't really get me there. But I figured I would just side into a stun deck. Like, I could make a big link and then normal summon Inspector Border and just be fine. Or I could just normal summon Inspector Border and pass, or I could make a big link and summon Vanity's Fiend and pass and be fine. Unfortunately, didn't really work out, but that was the theory. 3 Nibiru for the combo decks, like the Helifibrax stuff. Never played against it, though. And then 3 Cosmic Cyclone and 3 Called by the Grave. So that was this week's deck. Next week is definitely going to change up a lot because we'll have Rise of the Duelist. I'll probably do a much longer video explaining how the new Heavenly Cycle card, or whatever it's called, really helps the deck. Hopefully we can start doing a little bit better than 2-2 and 1-3 with this deck, because, whew, it's getting tilting. So until next week for this series, guys, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, put them down below, and I'll see you guys next week for the new deck.